Okay, here we are again. This is lesson 2 of drawing a 1963 Stingray, and I thought we were going to finish up the shadows and that rear tire, but I didn't quite get done with it. So um, I have been working on it, but I just didn't quite get all the way around. Um, Again, this is one of the darkest places on the drawing, so I wanted to make sure that I get it done. This is not as dark as it will be in the finished version, but I wanted to mark out the territory so that it left something for me to work against with the regular color on the body. And it's going to be okay. It's just going to take one more day to do this because it's a lot of area to cover like this. With just dots, it takes a long time to cover something. If I were doing lines or something else to signify a shadow, it would be faster to do. But I think the subtlety and the graininess of at the same time of the stippling really gives something different to a drawing. It gives a kind of a vintage look that I really like. So I'm happy to do this. It's the way that I enjoy the best of doing these things, and I'm very happy doing it. So that's why I do it. And I hope you do too. I mean, I'm guessing that you come here to take a look at the drawings, so figuring that you probably do like them. But anyway, here we are, going around the corner now toward the back. This car the original photograph looks to be taken in a studio. So there's more than one light source. And there's one very dark shadow directly underneath the car, and then there's a shadow caused by another light or soft ambient lighting in the studio too. So it's not just the sun; it's another light source in there too. So I'm going to do pretty much what the drawing, what the photograph shows for my drawing, and I'm going to be fairly faithful to it. I think I'm not going to play around too much. Maybe with the values of the car a little bit, the tonal values. I may make it a little darker than the original car is, and the reason for that is because I don't get to use the beauty of the color. I have to use the changes between shadings. So if I widen the tonal range, then it'll give me a more dramatic picture and look better. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I usually have to do in order to make the thing look more interesting. When somebody has a paintbrush in their hand or colored pencils or something else, colored crayons even, or pastel, it just gives them a more varied palette. I don't have that, so I have to be a little bit more creative with my color usage and the difference in shade from one to another. It is, after all, just black and white, and then the grays in between. So if I can make the darks darker and the lights a little lighter, then play with the middle values and play them off against the real strong values, the darks and the lights, then I can make a better looking drawing. So that's what I like to do. Is my last trip around the car is to try to pump up the values enough to make it look interesting for somebody, and otherwise it'd just be boring. I could do just a line drawing of this car and it would look fine, I'm sure, but it wouldn't have the same visual interest as it would if it shows the roundness and the light reflecting off of one place and the shading underneath something else because of it being in shadow and all of that. So it's playing off one value against another and trying to do your best with it, and sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and I'm usually very happy with the outcomes of these. I don't think I've thrown a drawing away in an awfully long time now, but it does take a little longer when you get down to that point too. But I would rather take a chance and try something new and something different to make it more dramatic than I would to just do a boring drawing. So I'm more than happy to spend a little bit more time. By the way, sorry I got my head in the recording there. Anyway, see I'm going a little farther to the side so I can watch what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope to see you back here tomorrow. We'll finish the shading and then we'll start on the body and we'll start making this look like a car. Anyway, I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.